Hello, this is another do-it-yourself video. This video is about how to repair your transom clamps in this outboard motor that I have upside down here. It's an old Evinrude, and when I got it, the transom clamp on this side, you can see that's a threaded piece there, and this is where it squeezes on the transom in the back of the boat. This little guy right here, this kind of a washer type thing, comes off. So fortunately it wasn't lost, but it doesn't stay on there. And at one time there was probably a circlip or something on there, maybe a weld or I don't know what, but this came off of there. So and the other side was missing. The washer on the other side was completely missing. So what I did was I actually was kind of fortunate. I had these washers that were kind of, you can see they're not flat, they're kind of cup shaped, and they came out of an old lamp I took apart years ago, I think. But anyway, they're heavy duty, and I took it and put it over the little, here, I'll show you on this side. I took it and put it over the stud, and then I built the remaining stud up with aluminum. Actually, did that, then I put a little washer in front of it to try to build it up, and then you can see the stud sticking through the center, so I built it up with aluminum weld. And what I didn't know before I started this project, I knew that the clamps were aluminum, or I thought they were anyway, and I have a MIG welder, but I don't have an aluminum spool gun, and I wasn't really sure of how to weld aluminum, and so I was trying to do it on the cheap. I put an ad on Kijiji asking for advice on how to weld aluminum and can I do it with a stick welder. Lots of people replied and said you can't do it with a stick welder. One guy replied and said you can get these very expensive welding rods, but they do work, and they work all right. And what I've got here is a Easy Weld ALU, I guess that's probably a brand name. You can weld them with CC plus or DC plus. I assume the CC is continuous current. It's an 8-inch aluminum welding rod, and the current is 70 to 120 amps. And for 14 electrodes, I paid $44. So they're expensive. But you can see how long the electrodes are, and you can see how much is left of the electrode in my gun. That's how much of the electrode I needed to do the first one. I needed about 2 inches of it. So yeah, they're expensive, but if you're doing a tiny job like this, they really get the job done. And there's my Lincoln AC/DC welder. I have it set to DC plus and 65 amps. I'm just going to kind of start slow. I know they recommend 70, but so anyway, as you can see here, there's the washer that still spins. It still has to spin, but you can see that little blob of weld there. Probably not, welding inspector quality, but that's not going to come off of there, and I'm really quite pleased about that. So now I'm going to do the same thing on this side, and hopefully I'll be able to keep that weld on there, or keep that washer on there. Okay, well, there you go, and it is definitely possible to weld aluminum with a stick welder, so good luck to you.